Welcome everybody to another episode of Latif's Inspired. Today I'm going to be making a lovely vegetarian dish, but I'm going to be using the Indian cheese, which is the paneer. It's very simple to make the paneer at home, but like me, you can get the store-bought paneer. It's very reasonably priced and it's also available in most supermarkets as the Sainsbury's, Waitrose, wherever. Right, this is going to be a nice and spicy dish, so it's like an authentic BIR dish. However, I am going to make this without the base gravy. A lot of people don't have the base gravy at home, and it's really simple to make a nice little sauce, and I'm going to show you a few tricks and tips how to get it right. Also, I want you to join me on Instagram because I'm a bit more active on Instagram, so make sure to join me there, as well as Facebook. And most definitely, when you're watching my videos, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to press the bell icon after you subscribe, so when I release the new videos, hopefully you're first to see it. And then put in a comment section what you would like me to do next, maybe some recipes that you would want to know, and so on. I'd really appreciate the interaction. So without further ado, let's crack on to this fantastic paneer jalfrezi. I hope you like spicy dishes. Right, here are my ingredients. This is the diced paneer. It's the Pakiza brand. I actually bought this from Sainsbury's. It's 500, where is it? There you go, 500 grams. I think it just cost me about £2 something, so very good in price. I've got the coriander, green chilies. The garlic's been smashed by my mum last night, but it gets green, so it's been in the fridge, it's fine. Ginger, some just vegetable oil, lovely butter ghee, and amazing spice box, and some onions, tomatoes, cumin. And this is going to so obviously jalfrezi won't be a jalfrezi without these familiar green and red peppers, as well as the wedges of tomatoes. So I've kept the ingredients as least as possible. You know, I like to be no nonsense cooking kind of thing, so nice and simple, not overcomplicating things. So let's crack on. Right, this is my mum's beautiful karai. There you go, bismillah. Right, while the oil is heating up, this is just a metal bowl with just lukewarm or warm water. What we're going to do, we're going to fry the paneer and add it into the water so the paneer stays nice and soft. If you don't fry the paneer, it becomes like a leathery kind of taste and chewy. You don't want that. So let the oil just heat up, and then we're going to throw in the paneer. Right, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes. It's ready for the paneer to go in. Bismillah. There you go. Once it's nice and golden, just remove them and put it into the water. My mom's utensils as nearly as old as me. Look at this. She keeps everything in good condition. These great women. There you go. So basically, this is how it should look like. Nice and golden. So it's got a lovely texture. When you put it into this warm, lukewarm kind of water, it keeps it nice and soft, and the texture is amazing. So going to do this maybe in 2 batches, exactly the same procedure. Right guys, I just want to mention it takes about a good 5 minutes on a high heat to get it sort of this color, but this is wonderful. This is a proper paneer dish, so nice and golden brown, and basically just whack it into the warm water. Voila, there you go, all done. Turn the gas off, and then we're going to start cooking this lovely dish. Right, let's start off with some Butter ghee, Hanam brand, is one of the best. So 1 good tablespoon. Right, before I do that, I'm getting too carried away. Bismillah. Turn the gas on. There you go. So it's 1 good tablespoon of ghee, and now this is just vegetable oil. If you add too much ghee, it's too overpowering. So you want something neutral. There you go. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Let this heat up. Right, you can add garam masala. I'm just adding 3 bay leaf. When you cook meat, meat smells a bit lamb and mutton and so on. That's why we add a lot of garam masala. But this is paneer, nice sort of not too overpowering smells. So bay leaf, just for a bit of flavour, we're going to whack this in, and we're not going to use any more garam masala until the end, which I'll show you. So the bay leaf gone in. So this is 220 grams of diced onion. I've made it as small as possible. This is just going to become a gravy, so I'm going to booner this up, and it's going to just create a nice little thick gravy. So this is just your regular cooking salt, about 500 grams. So salt to taste. I'm just going to add about 2 teaspoons of salt. You can add less if you want. And when you add the salt, it just softens up the onions quicker. Once the onion is nice and golden, then we're going to add the next ingredients. Just want to mention, ladies and gentlemen, if you are cooking with less fat, less oils and so on, what you can do is you can add some water, a few drizzles basically, just to soften up the onions, because you don't want the onions to stick at the bottom and get that burnt taste. You just want nice caramelization, nice and golden. You just want that to be fried. I mean, to be honest with you, if you go for portion control, don't overeat, it should be fine. So if it's meant to be high calorie, just eat the really good produce, mostly organic if possible, and hopefully your body can process it a bit better. But once again, if you are watching your oils and your fats, just add less oil, less ghee, and just add a bit of water after it's fried a bit, so it doesn't burn. So that's the tip I'm going to give you guys. Right, the onion's been about 8 to 10 minutes. It's got a lovely golden caramelization on it. It's been cooking on a high heat. So now I'm going to just reduce that because I don't want the onions to burn. It's a lovely caramelization. Perfection, smells wonderful. Right. Now the ginger goes in. And this is the garlic, guys. It's been smashed. My mum smashed it on a pestle and mortar. It's gone a bit green because it's fresh garlic, so it's no problem. And it's just been in the fridge since last night. So that goes in. Let that fry. The waft of this ginger and garlic as soon as it hits the oil. Beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Right, it's been a few minutes since the ginger and garlic's gone in. Lovely caramelization on it. You just want that rawness to go away. So put the gas down to a very low, because we're going to add the spices. When we add the spices, we want it to hit the oils and just wake up basically. We don't want it to burn. If the oil's too hot and too much fire, you're going to burn everything. So make sure you avoid that. So let's add about 1 teaspoon or just under 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Let's add some coriander. That's 2 teaspoons of coriander. This is general curry powder. 1, 2. So if you're watching it in England, this is the basic stuff. If you're watching it in India, I do apologize. You may not have curry powder and you do make your own. So good luck to you guys. Garam masala, because we haven't added any actual garam masala, we're going to use the powdered version. So that's half a teaspoon. Cumin, love a bit of cumin, but don't want it to be overpower it. So about half a teaspoon. Now this is up to you now. For a Madras sort of spice, you're going to need about 2 teaspoons. So you're going to have to be, if you want it to be medium or just less, because you're going to add green peppers, just add 1.5. So I'm adding 1.5. There you go. Give this a nice mix. That waft is wonderful. Absolutely amazing fragrance. Now we're going to use some tomatoes for the liquid, as well as it's just going to allow the spices not to burn. So that goes in. It's going to create wonderful natural liquid from the tomato. And this also, the reason why I've added a fair bit of tomato, there's 380 grams of tomato, chopped tomato. So this is going to build a lovely sauce, a nice thick gravy. So that's why quite a fair bit of tomatoes gone in. Now put the gas up to a high again. And let's wait for these tomatoes to become nice and mushy. Right, it's been about 3-4 minutes. Tomatoes have softened up slightly. I've boonered the spices a bit in this lovely oil. Now I'm going to add some water. That was a cup of boiling water from the kettle. Now let this cook away and create a nice thick gravy. It's still on a high gas. At this moment, try to find a lid. Voila. Put it on a medium gas, and we'll come back to it in a few minutes to check it, but give this process about 5 minutes. Right, it's been a few minutes. Let's give this, see what's happening. So all this is happening like a base gravy we create in the British Indian restaurant. So this is creating a lovely thick base gravy basically. Nice thick sauce, and the tomatoes and onions actually help create this wonderful sauce. It's not going to be a runny sauce, it's going to be nice thick gravy. And we're going to reduce it down so everything's nice and mushy, and then we can always add a bit of water afterwards. So it's cooking wonderfully. Let this cook down and we'll come back and check it. So it's 3 minutes since I've added the water. Right, ladies and gentlemen, since I've added the tomatoes and a bit of water, that's been cooking away and created this amazing gravy. This is wonderful. Check this out. There you go. Now if you want at this point, if you're more meticulous, you can just get a smasher, like a mashed potato smasher, and smash up all these onions and tomatoes. But this is perfectly fine if you don't like. There you go, look at that. Wonderful. So basically if you had a base gravy, unfortunately the cooking process so far is about half an hour, but if we had the base gravy, this dish would have been done in 10 minutes. These amazing paneer gone in into that lovely thick sauce, so made it sort of base gravy style. So this is proper British Indian restaurant style paneer jalfrezi, guys. Give this a nice mix into the gravy. It's wonderful gravy, by the way. Make sure you taste the salt for seasoning, but I think it's perfectly fine. There you go. Now that is cooked. Right, add a bit of kasuri methi. This builds a lovely flavour, like a bitter umami. mash it and put that in. I'm gonna add some coriander, handful of coriander. Give this a mix. Look at that. Beautiful paneer. You can just have that. But now we're going to turn it into a jalfrezi. Watch this, guys. Bismillah. Now we're going to make the Tarka style, the peppers for the jalfrezi. So 1 good tablespoon of the khamam ghee going in. One teaspoon of cumin seeds going in. When you hear it snap, crackle and pop, add your green peppers and your red peppers. Alright, the peppers are softening up wonderfully. I just want the rawness to go away, so it's got that al dente kind of. And without the peppers, it's not a jalfrezi, is it? Wonderful. There you go. Now, just a half a tomato, just wedges going in. Now, a little tip for you. In my restaurant, I add a bit of mustard for the jalfrezi. It just elevates the flavour to the next level. So therefore, I'm going to ask you guys if you can just get mustard, and good old British mustard. It's just wonderful. So add a teaspoon if you don't like that mustard flavour, but if you want a lovely flavour to it, and add a tablespoon if you absolutely adore mustard. So add it in at this moment. It just leaves that zinginess stays. Others I would have added it before, but it just becomes sort of sweeter and mild. I just want it to be zesty, peppery. There we go. And now all of this tarka goes in with the ghee. Oh, this is amazing. It's smelling wonderful. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, I promise. Alright, give this a stir. This jalfrezi is looking beautiful. Wonderful paneer jalfrezi. Gorgeous dish. Add a bit of coriander. I've added the peppers and a bit of coriander to garnish. And just let this sit on a very low gas for about 3-4 minutes, just as it is. And then we're going to ready to serve. Voila. Beautiful. Turn the gas off. Let's give it a taste. Looking wonderful. Paneer jalfrezi in all its glory. Wonderful. Wow. Bit noisy with the kids outside, but this is beautiful. Lovely paneer dish. Check this out. Look at that. Cubes of paneer, green chilies, red peppers, green peppers. Beautiful. Give it a taste. Bismillah. That texture of the paneer is bang on. That sauce, and then when I added that mustard right in the end, it's built that zinginess, that restaurant's flavour. Little secrets and tips there for you guys. The sauce. Wow. Let's taste these peppers. Let's taste the red pepper. Yep. Still got that light little al dente crunch, but it's not like crunching in a salad. Slightly softened with inside is still crunchy. This is wonderful. So it's got that gravy, what you're used to in the Indian restaurants. Look at that. Cut up. This is amazing. So let's taste it with the paneer and the pepper. Wow. Lovely flavour. Fantastic ingredients all combined together with that cumin and that ghee right in the end. That tarka just lifts it. Now, if you enjoyed this recipe and you enjoyed my little tips that I give you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos at Latif's Inspired. Share the love. See you soon.